What's more intriguing is the line, AJ. Minus 180 for Sean Woodson, plus 150 for Alex Caceres, which is a fair line in my opinion. Let's take a look at the live numbers, plus 175. So Alex Caceres has definitely dropped down a little bit, and minus 210 for Sean Woodson. So odds makers are liking Woodson here. Here's my question to you, man. We've seen Bruce Leroy win the fights that he shouldn't win and lose the fights that he should win, and that's the reality of the game sometimes. But coming off of that last loss to Giga Chikadze versus a Sean Woodson, who came off of that really impressive win against Charles Jourdain, I really see Caceres and Jourdain in a very similar light. They're not the same fighter by any stretch of the imagination. Both of them, jiu-jitsu, right? Both of them striking, sick with it. Caceres, though, uses more of those legs, more of the distance, more kicks, and just kind of flows with his style of fight. But we saw if you can't take Woodson down, and if you can't stay off the end of his jabs, end of his right cross, you're in real trouble. So what do you think about the line? What do you think about Alex Caceres? What value does he provide in this matchup?
I mean, the line makes sense, Derek. I agree with you. I think Woodson should be the favorite going into this matchup with how he's able to get things working and make the fight go the way he wants it to go. But what I think Alex Caceres brings to the table is nullifying that distance, right? If a guy can't jab you because you're kicking him the entire time, he can't step forward because his leg doesn't work. I can see Alex Caceres getting in that flow state that he needs to get into. The only thing I wish for Alex Caceres to do, and this is going to sound funny because they're in a fight, but we need Alex Caceres to bring more actual violence to the cage. This guy, don't get me wrong, I love the Bushido style. I love his demeanor and how he goes about the sport. But at the end of the day, if you're going up against a killer like Sean Woodson and you're not trying to absolutely destroy the guy, you're going to be waking up with some lumps on you. You're going to be hurting. Sean Woodson is no one to be trifled with.
Yeah, he's a little more active too in the numbers, right? So he's throwing out right now about 5.5 strikes per minute. Bruce Leroy, on the other hand, about 4. Takedown defense of 84%. It's showing, man. For Woodson, like I wanted to fade him a couple of different times, but he keeps winning. And you're just like, yo, man, with that frame, especially given that, what does everybody want to do to Woodson? They get in there, I'm going to take him down. He's a good boxer. All right, we're going to stop that, right? Is it the wisest move for Caceres to say, let's kickbox?
Keep it standing?
Yeah, like does Caceres, is it wise for him to say, let's kickbox Sean Woodson? I know that's your bread and butter, but let's go ahead and let's do it.
I think so, Derek, because like you said, everybody's tried to take down Sean Woodson. He's going to be expecting that. He thinks everybody's scared of his striking. What happens when you go in there and you shake him up a little bit? Now he's wondering what's going to hit him next. It's a new look for Sean Woodson, but you're right. He is a great kickboxer.
Yeah, I'm just going to pull back on that the Charles Jourdain experience right there, where I thought Charles Jourdain would be able to out-pressure him, piece him up, but once he couldn't get off the end of those shots, he's like, I got to wrestle. And then he couldn't wrestle. And then it was just a wrap, right? And it was the weird split decision that shouldn't have been split. We know Sean Woodson won that fight. But either way, I think this is going to be a really interesting matchup. Let's jump into the prop numbers right here, man. Plus 105 decision for Sean Woodson is calling my name, bro. I see that. And I'm like, ooh, I like that. I don't see him knocking out Bruce Leroy. Let me actually take a look. Last 2 losses. Alex Caceres is... 7-3 in his last 10. His last loss where he got finished, he got choked out by Kron Gracie, which there's no knock on that, but that was back in 2019. Plus 105 calling my name, AJ. What do you think about it?
Plus 105 for the Sean Woodson decision makes sense, Derek. I'm looking on the line on the other side. Submission 650, decision 250. I could see the decision happening for Caceres, but personally, man, I like that money line the most. What'd you say the live odds was now? Plus 175?
Yeah, plus 175.
Yeah, I like that money line a lot better. If I had to choose a prop, give me the prop decision 250.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, you either take the decision or you just roll with the dog, right? And Alex Caceres, he has definitely worked some wonders as a dog previously, brought a lot of value. But again, I think it's going to be real tough. You need to bring someone with a good frame to be able to dethrone Sean Woodson, because the last guy to do it in his last 10, it was actually a submission by Julian Erosa, who was also tall, long, and lanky. So he at least had a frame to match up well with him. But again, those are the picks right there.